Good Monday evening, November 4th, and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. The sudden arrival of winter in the Cascades meant complications for rescuers trying to reach a group of stranded hikers. Work began this week on improvements to the Apple Capitol Loop Trail along Worthen Street. A high wind warning is in effect for our area until 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. We'll have more on that, plus your local weather forecast straight ahead. The Douglas County Elections Office wants to make the process of ballot handling more transparent for the public. Auditor Thad Duvall is inviting residents to sign up to view the processing of ballots at the Douglas County Courthouse in Waterville all throughout Wednesday. 8 p.m. Tuesday is the deadline to submit ballots to local election offices, and the Wednesday viewing is meant to show how your votes are handled, verified, and counted, as well as all the safeguards that are in place to ensure accuracy. Tours are available at 10 a.m., 12:15 p.m., and 2 p.m., organized through the Interfaith Justice Coalition, but you must RSVP online to reserve your spot. You can sign up at the link you see on your screen. Governor Jay Inslee has activated some members of the National Guard ahead of election night. In a letter to Major General Gent Welsh on November 1st, Inslee said he wanted to ensure protection and preparation in case of any civil unrest related to the election. The letter noted an incident that occurred on October 28th where an incendiary device was set off in a drop box in Vancouver which damaged hundreds of ballots. Inslee directed the National Guard to be on standby status to provide support to local law enforcement and the Washington State Patrol as needed. The temporary activation began today for about the next 4 days. The sudden arrival of winter in the Cascades meant complications for rescuers trying to reach a group of stranded hikers. The all-volunteer Chalan County Mountain Rescue says it was called Friday evening to help 6 backpackers disoriented by a snowstorm at Lake Vivian in the Alpine Lakes Wilderness. Rather than deploy at night, the team advised the campers to hunker down and camp until morning when a group of mountain rescue volunteers set out to assist them. About 2 feet of snow was on the ground as the team helped the hikers down from the high lakes via the Snow Lakes Trail. Backcountry users are reminded to always be aware of changing weather conditions and have the gear you need on hand. The Cascade School Board has been recognized by the Washington State School Directors Association for the second year in a row. The board earned the title of School Board of Distinction for 2024, which they were also honored with in 2023. The Board of Distinction program recognizes a board's commitment to visionary leadership, effective governance, and strategic advocacy for students. Cascade Board is currently made up of Trey Icing, Cindy Garza, Judy Durpak, and Dr. Mike Warden, with 1 open seat. The board will be recognized by the School Directors Association on November 21st. When we come back, we'll talk to Chalan County Auditor Skip Moore about the early ballot count and the Opportunities Industrialization Center of Washington, D.C., or OIC, has been awarded $2 million by the Washington State Department of Commerce. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
During the time I have served as your commissioner, the PUD has paid down more than $700 million in debt. I've worked hard to keep power rates low and utility services reliable. More than 80% of the county residents have access to high-speed fiber. I'm a real believer in local collaboration, in decision-making to get things done on behalf of all residents, and decisions made creating the best outcomes for the most people for the longest period. Thank you for your vote on November 5th.
This is the time of year we celebrate family, traditions, and great food. At Abby's, our legendary pizzas are so giant that they feed up to 6 happy family members. When you need a break from cooking, think Abby's. Our place or your place. Our family is here for your family.
The Triple Topper's back!
This November, what makes Abby's Triple Topper so great? It's the pepperoni, Canadian bacon, and ground beef toppings piled to the edge. It's a whole lot of pizza at a very special price. Order your Triple Topper at abbys.com.
There's no place like home. Because home is where we're totally comfortable. It's where we can be ourselves and let our guards down. It's where we make memories. And we're always imagining new ways to keep it totally comfortable. Carrier, total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air.
Building your business is easy and affordable with television and digital marketing options from NCWLIFE, your local TV station. Get your business seen and heard on 18 top networks, including NCWLIFE. Have you seen a local ad pop up on your phone? We do that too. Target your market with NCWLIFE's managed account programs that save you time, money, and give you great results. Advertising with the NCWLIFE channel is the best value around.
It's a historic election year, but that doesn't mean voter activity in Chalan County has been historically high. Back at this time in 2020, about 68% of all ballots had already been turned in to the Chalan County Auditor's Office. This year, the most recent count is just under 50%. County Auditor Skip Moore spoke this morning with Dan Kuntz on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. He says there could be a number of reasons for the difference between the two elections.
The only thing I can figure is possibly more people are using the mail, which is making a longer process or longer to get to our office. We still, there's been great turnout at the drop boxes. We've been cleaning those. We've been getting a fair amount of mail. It's just across the board, it's just been a slower return. And that's difficult to figure out why folks are waiting. I don't know if it's issues on the ballot that are making them wait. It's a large ballot, I'll give you that. But yes, we're trending about 10 points lower across the board, which is going to mean if we hold up to past turnout, which we probably will, I think we're going to get to that 86, if not even a little bit higher percent turnout. Well, that means I've got roughly 30%, or for us, that's 15 to 18,000 ballots that are going to be coming through the door today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. We probably won't even process tomorrow. We'll process today and get as many of those in the system and into the count for Tuesday night. Tuesday ends up being a day of supporting all the people that come into the poll site to register or to get a replacement ballot, those type of things. So that's the part where Tuesday's going to be crazy. We probably won't process because of that. Today we'll be just trying to get as many of the ballots, the signatures checked and verified, and then get them into the system and tabulate for Tuesday night.
Work began this week on improvements to the Apple Capitol Loop Trail along Worthen Street. Last month, the city of Wenatchee approved a $345,000 contract to beautify the trail section between Thurston and Hale Park. Among other steps, the project will help separate trail users from vehicles passing along Worthen and add overhead lighting for nighttime use. The 1/3 mile section is currently under a detour routing all trail and street traffic to the western side of Worthen Street until the project is done, likely by mid-November. The Opportunities Industrialization Center of Washington, or OIC, has been awarded $2 million by the Washington State Department of Commerce. OIC is a Yakima-based nonprofit that focuses on economic development and career training that also has an office in Wenatchee. The grant money will benefit 9 counties, including Chelan, Douglas, Grant, and Okanagan, and will help fund business startup and expansion. The Department of Commerce announced nearly $40 million in grants to 19 organizations statewide. The awardees provide support to their communities through Community Reinvestment Project, which is a plan designed to uplift those disproportionately harmed by the war on drugs. Coming up next in tonight's feature story, we will take a final look at our series of candidate interviews, this time with the 2 people running for the 12th legislative seat. A high wind warning is in effect until Tuesday morning. I'll have all the details coming up in your full local weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
Do you hate getting called by Medicare telemarketers? Well, this October, your phone is going to be ringing off the hook because we will be experiencing a huge Medicare change. Now, for the last 20 years, Springwater Insurance has been helping those of you on Medicare. So just say no to those telemarketers by not answering their ads. Instead, call a local agent like Springwater Insurance, who's been helping for 20 years. So give us a call at Springwater. We can meet at one of our 5 offices or give us a call.
Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, located on South Wenatchee Ave, has the largest selection of spas and swim spas in town. Stay cool this summer in an artesian swim spa and use it all year long. We enjoy helping families reconnect one spa at a time. Hot tubs are proven to improve sleep and decrease arthritis pain. Our passion is water, so please bring us a water sample, and we will help you diagnose your pool or spa water for free. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, your pool and spa experts. Need a break from reality? Central Washington Water has a showroom full of possibilities. Ask about a saltwater system for a more natural approach to water care. They use less chemicals and have less maintenance. Free flow plug-and-play spas make it simple and affordable to get you soaking. At Central Washington Water, there's a hot tub for every space and every budget. Central Washington Water, your water care professionals.
Building your business is easy and affordable with television and digital marketing options from NCWLIFE Channel, your local TV station. Get your business seen and heard on 18 top networks, including NCWLIFE. Have you seen a local pop-up ad on your phone? We do that too. Target your market with NCWLIFE's managed advertising programs that save you time, money, and give you great results. Advertising with NCWLIFE Channel is the best value around.
Election Day is tomorrow, and tonight we offer the last look back at our series of candidate interviews, this one focused on the 12th Legislative District. When that district was redrawn, it sparked a major reshuffling of office holders and office seekers. Now, former Chalan County Sheriff Brian Burnett of Wenatchee is in the running as a Republican for the post of state representative. His opponent is Democrat Heather Olen, a nurse and city council member from North Bend. You can find our full interview with these two candidates and 16 others on our website. In tonight's feature story, NCWLIFE's Jefferson Robbins had questions for the 12th District contenders, including their qualifications to represent you in the state capitol.
Can you think of particular skills that you've gained in your past employment or your past elected roles that you believe could be effectively brought to the legislature if you're elected?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, obviously I have my eyes on the Public Safety Committee, and I think that I would play a really good role there as well from my past experience as a law enforcement leader, but also as a leader inside of the, for those pieces for like my WASPIC presidency and the Sheriff's Association. But just dealing with people over and over in different agencies and organizations, labor negotiation contracts, knowing that it sometimes, the only thing that's a win for you is when you have a win for everybody involved, and trying to see the big picture with what I call a 30,000-foot view. Are you only coming in from one angle? And it's not just about the 12th, it's about the state of Washington and how we can move things forward to make a better Washington for our citizens, for our families, and the future generations.
And Heather, I'd put the same question to you. Particular skills that you think you've gained in your employment or in your elected roles that you think would play well if you're elected to the legislature?
Certainly. So as a city council member, I am on a couple of regional councils. I'm the vice president currently for King County Board of Health. So we're dealing with all different cities. I'm also vice president for the Snoqualmie Valley Governance Association, which is North Bend, Snoqualmie Tribe, Carnation, and Duval. So we work together nicely to do things for our valley. So I think the getting together with all the different groups and learning how to work with them to get things done as a group, which can be very difficult at times. As you know, we share a police department with Snoqualmie. And right now we're going through police contracts, and so it's hard to come together in a consensus sometimes, but you got to keep working at it. And I think that is one of the skill sets that I've learned that would be helpful.
Time now for a look at your north central Washington weather forecast. Hope your weekend was fantastic. Boy, yesterday's weather was beautiful. I was down in Yakima yesterday, 60 degrees down there with sunshine. It didn't feel like the first part of November. But boy, today it sure did. We had some rain overnight and this morning. It kind of cleared up, and then another storm system moved through. And this is a really cool shot of with our Billy Goat Sky-Fi Tower camera. It's looking up into Okanagan County. There's Pateros right there. But you can see all the dark clouds and yes, some snowfall over the weekend. And that probably happened actually this morning as we were all seeing some mixed precipitation, still seeing some of that up north. And what we're going to see, it looks like, is a lot of wind. And look at all the advisories and warnings all over Washington state. Let's focus in our area. This is a high wind warning area, and this is going to go until about 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. We've also got a winter storm warning, and that affects the Loop Pass area between Omak and Twisp and Winthrop. So if you're traveling up that way or even around our area, wind will be an issue and snow will be an issue up north. Speaking of wind, look at some of these gust possibilities. 50 to 55 miles an hour tonight here in the Wenatchee area. 35 to 40 miles an hour is possible for Chalan, and about 30 to 35 miles an hour in the Moses Lake area. And if you've traveled on I-90 around Moses Lake, you know that'll kick up some of that dust, so visibility could be an issue tonight traveling east on I-90 or coming back this direction. High temperature today, 54 degrees, and that's 5 degrees above where we should be at 49 now. 66 our record high, and that was set back in 2014. We started off the day at 41. 34 is where we should be for an overnight low, and look at that chilly overnight record, 17 set in 1973. So this 0.04 of an inch, that was picked up this morning at Pangbourne Airport. That did not count that kind of mid-afternoon shower we had today, so I will adjust that tomorrow. It gets us to 3.83 inches so far for the year. Not much. Sunrise this morning, 6:50, and it sets now, at 4:38 this afternoon. Remember standard time. I hope you remember that by now. All right, tonight, or I should say tomorrow, we expect temperatures about like today. The good news for tomorrow, a little more sunshine and a lot less wind. 53s for Moses Lake, Ephrata, and Quincy. We should see 53 in the Wenatchee area as well. Just a tad cooler as you head north from Entiat to Chelan and up into Omak. Leavenworth 51, Cashmere not too bad tomorrow at 52 degrees. All right. Temperatures, and as we go into tonight, mostly cloudy skies. There is that wind, and that's going to continue into about midnight into our early morning hours. We will see a chance for scattered mountain showers tonight with low temperatures primarily near about 40 degrees. For Tuesday, mostly sunny and breezy. I'm talking winds about 10 miles an hour tomorrow, so it shouldn't be terrible. High temperatures in the low 50s for your Tuesday afternoon, and then we are in for some beautiful weather both Wednesday and Thursday. Ridge of high pressure up into British Columbia, high pressure in eastern Washington. That's going to make for some nice weather conditions. 50 degrees your high temperature on Wednesday, so that'll be a little bit above normal. On Thursday, we're going to stick with those clear skies. 1, 2, 3 areas of high pressure, and that usually keeps us pretty clear. We'll see high temperatures on Thursday in the low 50s, and then the first of 2 pretty big storm systems begin to push in. We'll see increasing clouds from that area of low pressure on Friday. Rain will develop probably around midnight or so. Early evening showers, mainly in western Washington. Low 50s your high on Friday. And then by Saturday, here comes that storm. A 60% chance of, this is our Saturday morning. Things will get a little bit better for us in the afternoon. Just some scattered showers Saturday with high temperatures in the low 50s. And then that moves east, and here's our next storm. It'll begin moving in on Sunday afternoon, a 60% chance of mainly evening showers. This is about mid-afternoon, but as we make our way into the evening, that's our best shot on Sunday with high temperatures again right around 50 degrees. So we'll have a break from the wet stuff and then right back to it by the weekend. 39 overnight tonight, mostly sunny, still just a tad breezy tomorrow, and 53. These are our 2 best weather days. Wednesday Wednesday and Thursday. Sunshine, calm weather conditions with temperatures in the low 50s, and then it gets wet once again. About midnight, our rain will fall on Friday, bringing morning rain on Saturday and 53, and then the next storm moves in on Sunday with cloudy skies, a 60% chance of evening rain with a high temperature then of 50 degrees. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
I'm Jen Mueller. Watch for my show, I Cook, You Measure on NCWLIFE. It's part cooking instruction, part entertainment, and all about connecting over food and wine with your favorite Northwest athletes.
Watch I Cook, You Measure with Jen Mueller Mondays at 1, Wednesdays at 2, Fridays at 11 a.m., and Saturday and Sundays at 10:30 p.m. right here on the NCWLIFE channel. Well, a happy Monday. The Seahawks failed on 2 attempts to gain a yard in overtime, turning the ball over to the Rams to see Matthew Stafford lead L.A. down the field for the game-winning touchdown. Seattle has now lost 4 straight at home after the game yesterday, 26-20 in overtime. Coach Mike McDonald was left asking fans for patience.
I'd say disappointed with the lack of being able to take advantage of the opportunities we had to win this football game. I will say this, that I just want to plead with I just want to first of all say thanks to our fans for showing up, being loud. The place was electric when we started to make some plays at the end of the half, end of the fourth quarter, taking it to overtime. You know, they were right there with us the whole way, and just promise you, like we're doing everything in our power and then some to create a nightmare at home, and right now we're not doing it.
Geno Smith threw 3 interceptions to go along with 3 touchdowns. He took the loss on his shoulders, saying he just simply needs to play better.
First of all, I just want to really start out by apologizing to my teammates, really, and to the city, to the organization. They put a lot of trust in me with my decision-making, and, when they put the ball in my hands, when my teammates play the way they played today and, give us a shot to win the game, I got to make sure we do. And, the things I did today, mistakes that I made, they affected us negatively and, really cost us the game today. Me knowing myself, I know how much, this is going to hurt. I'm going to step it up, though. That's how I feel about it. I'm going to step it up.
Seattle has a bye this week to try to figure out how to be more consistent on offense, especially on the offensive line. Arizona, meanwhile, leaped to the top of the NFC West after a 26-6 win over Chicago. The Rams improved to 4-4 to tie San Francisco. Seattle now 4-5 on the season. Washington's defense made 2 goal line stands in the final 5.5 minutes to hold off USC Saturday, 26-21 in college football. The win snapped a 2-game losing streak for the Huskies. Montana State remained undefeated, improving to 9-0 on the season with a 42-28 win over Eastern Washington and Cheney. Central Washington scored what they thought was the game-tying touchdown with 34 seconds left, but the extra point sailed wide right. Angelo State holds on for the 17-16 win. Seattle Kraken were held scoreless for the second straight game Sunday, falling to Boston 2-0. Joey DeCord stopped 31 of 33 shots on goal. Despite the second consecutive shutout loss, he says he likes what he's seeing on the other end of the ice.
Well, yeah, we were down, so we were chasing a lot in the second half. But we got to our game pretty good in the second half, but a couple posts, a couple good saves over there. I don't want to say like the puck's not going in right now because we scored 8 goals a couple of games ago. Right. But yeah, last couple of games hasn't gone our way. We just got to stay positive.
Seattle's next stop on the road trip is Colorado tomorrow night at 6. You can watch that game on Kong TV. The Wenatchee Wild went 1-1 over the weekend in Western Hockey League play. The Everett Silvertips continued a torrid start to the season Friday with a 5-2 victory in the Wolves' Den. Everett is now a league best 13-2-1 so far this season. Saturday, a different story as the Wild scored 7 goals in a 7-3 victory. Dawson Seitz and Evan Friesen each scored 2, while Miles Cooper had a special night indeed.
ESO guy as Cooper put pressure on it. Hit the linesman, came back to Cooper. Fed out front, wrist shot. Andreessen save, rebound, they score! It's Miles Cooper! Throw those hats, and the Wolves dead at 6-3.
Wenatchee's back home Friday to host Red Deer. That'll be at 7 o'clock. Well, a recap of the weekend of prep football begins in the Big 9 on Friday night. It's a cold and wet night in East Wenatchee. The Wildcats wrapped up the regular season with a 34-12 win over West Valley at Wildcat Stadium. Grant Olson and Brandon Harley had the call on the NCWLIFE channel, with our play of the game being Austin Zielinski's first of 2 touchdowns. He just simply refused to go down.
Ram territory at the 46-yard line. Shotgun for Zielinski. Handoff right side. Here comes Austin Zielinski. Turns the corner. Gets another first down and then some. And then a fumble after. He didn't go down. Is this going to be a touchdown? 46 yards. He never did touch the ground, and that is a touchdown, Eastmont. How about that?
Other Big 9 play, Brady Jay threw 6 touchdown passes to 4 different receivers, and Moses Lake 57-6 win over Davis. Sunnyside beat Eisenhower 42-7. CWAC played most of their games on Thursday, but on Friday, Quincy fell in its regular season finale to Othello 63-3. Cashmere's defense held Natchez Valley to minus 11 yards of offense in the game. Bulldogs won it 56-0 in SCAC play. Royal took down Wapato 76-0. Connell ran over Waloop 41-0. Zilla clobbered College Place 54-14. Chelan had its highest offensive output of the season Friday in a 58-28 win over Cascade to cap the CTL schedule. Okanagan ran its record to 9-0 with a 78-8 romp over Lake Roosevelt. Friday, Brewster bettered Manson by a touchdown, 28-21. Liberty Bell topped Tonasket 56-0. 1B football, Moses Lake Christian slipped by Soap Lake Friday 32-22. On Saturday, Easton took down Lake Quinault 68-26. Eddie topped Mabton 58-46. Waterville Mansfield earned a 58-38 win over Oroville. Cashmere's girls soccer team will face Natchez Valley for the District 5-6 1A championship this week. The Bulldogs advanced with a 5-0 win over Count of Benton on Saturday in the semifinals. Rangers topped Waloop 4-0 to reach the title match. Cascade stayed alive with a 7-0 win over Omak. They'll play Royal in a last chances state game after the Knights eliminated College Place 4-1. Wenatchee concluded a perfect Big 9 season Friday with a 2-1 win over Sunnyside. Ellensburg and Prosser reached the finals of the District 5 2A tournament. The Bulldogs beat East Valley 4-3, while the Mustangs stopped Sela 4-1. Moses Lake concluded the regular season with a 3-0 win over Eastmont. By the way, Wenatchee will host West Valley for the District Girls Soccer Championship Thursday night at 6 o'clock at Lee-Bofto Field of the Apple Bowl. Be sure to tune in for the stream on our Facebook page at 6. You can watch the game on TV coming up Friday at 7 o'clock. Sela will face Ellensburg in the District 5 2A Volleyball Championship. After wins Saturday, the Vikings beat Sela to advance, while the Bulldogs blanked Prosser. Ephrata's season came to an end in a loss to Toppenish. Cashmere and Chelan punched their tickets to State 1A tournament and will face off this week for the District 5 1A title game. The Bulldogs beat Zilla 3-0 and Omak 3-0 to advance. Goats swept Natchez Valley before topping Royal 3-1. Central Washington 2B tournament, their league tournament, wrapped up Saturday with Okanagan ending Liberty Bell season 3-0. Manson repeated as district champs with a sweep of Tonasket. That's a lot of sports. Have a good Monday.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at ncwlife.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us and have a great night.